All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
Here we go. Down the ending. Check 47. Check 24. Check Harper. Go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Love. The open man is Westbrook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Out of the gun, Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gardner. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Gardner. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Ready. 47. Check back 47. And drop.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Gardner to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Monday. Shit. I got it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Love, and able to find Conley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They go play action here on first down. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down, Jaguars.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
11. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, check, 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 check. Shoot. Quo.
You got tight.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Quo.
Kill. Check 37. Check 37.
11. Ready.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
54. Hey, let's get the
11Z.
From the 50, it's long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down, here's Fournette. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 50. Check 50.
Quo.
3rd and long. It's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gardner. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now it's the backup Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Titans, gain of 12. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They keep it with Henry on first down. There he goes left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, we finished.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check, hot route. Hot. Check.
Check.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Lawrence Guy, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. This one caught by Davis. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Gardner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gardner. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lopez. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Gardner. It's caught by Davis. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check pass. Check pass.
Off the play fake. Gardner. He completes it to Henry. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw. Gardner. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lopez. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Throwing on 1st down. Gardner. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
11. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 11.
Rap.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Stick.
General West.
Now Love. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
11B.
Throwing is Love. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Locke. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
12.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with a big back Fournette. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Leonard Fournette stopped short of the marker on fourth down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gardner throwing the out route and complete. That's Lopez.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On second down now, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, Gardner. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Gardner. And caught by Henry. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 39, Mariota. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On third down, Mariota. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Let's get that ball right here. Bang, bang.
They'll run it again with Fournette. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, baby.
On first down, Henry. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's it, baby.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Situation. Let's go.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Big hit.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
54. All day.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Now a first down throw. Locke. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Fournette running right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Titans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Jack.